Assalamualaikum and good morning. I am Muhammad Sahiful Bahrin Hitam. We are from Group 2, which consists of Mr. Fauzi, Miss Amirah and Miss Fatin. We will present a case study entitled Delay Problem of Nong Chik Height Project at Taman Nong Chik, Johor Bahru. First, people and resources. I will start the presentation with the project background. Concept Nong Chik Height project is the first project in Malaysia using honeycomb concept in layout that implement at Taman Nong Chik, Johor Bahru. Mazlin Ghazali introduced a new method of housing layout with highlighting the concept of village in the life in the city. In May 2005, honeycomb concept have award champion in International Inventation, Innovation, Industry Design and Technology Exhibition at Kuala Lumpur. They have 1,067 unit of houses and 2 unit of sample houses. As we know, usually for the housing project, we have a developer, architect, structure consulting engineer, civil consulting engineer, M&E consulting engineer. Based on the case study, I will explain the reason case of delay. Additional work, implementation of the project of the first time can cause any mistake and lack in identify the structure that need even client have a experience for the other project, but honeycomb project is different by the other project. Second, management problem. In project management, approval from top management are biggest challenge in work progress, and project manager and top management need to have better communication. Third, changing in drawing, budget and design. Changing of the drawing, budget and design such as material use can affect the delay to the project. Fourth, lack of teamwork. The contractor must have meeting to implement the project and the schedule, and all the contractor must agree. Site survey not properly. Contractor need to survey the site and to ensure the condition of site is in a good condition. Delay will occur if site not conduct properly because any possibility will occur during construction. Not enough workers. Lack of labor have given a big impact to the contractor because when the workers less than need, the progress of work becomes slowly and the work cannot be complete on the schedule. Conclusion, as we know, the thing that can cause project delay have many factors. Some of it can be avoided that the parties directly involved must have sufficient experience and skill. Where we can avoid the accurate of additional work, change in drawing, budget, and so on. Communication skills are also very important because with the correct delivery of information, project management runs smoothly, ensuring that the number of employees are well trained and sufficient to each position also plays an important role and influence the appropriate success of the project. After this, my friend will continue for the next presentation. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Mohd Fauzi bin Tahir. Today I will present about best engineering practice from our study case, group 2 study case for the delay problem at Nong Chik Height project at Taman Nong Chik, Johor. Okay, best or good engineering practice by definition is engineering and technical activities that to ensure the engineering, operating or maintenance activities established by the code, standard or published technical report or by the recommended practice that apply to the project life cycle to deliver the best of cost-effective solution. The GEP or the good engineering practice comprise the professional and competent project management, professional and competent engineering design, procurement, construction and commissioning, has a full consideration of the applicable safety, health and environmental requirement, full consideration of the operation and maintenance requirement, full consideration of the recognized industry standard as the guideline, and has appropriate documentation for ongoing operation and maintenance. Okay, for the project life cycle, by definition is a project progressive work process from the beginning to the end of the project. It consists of project intention, planning, execution and close-out activity, where we need to employ or implement the good engineering practice from the whole of this project, the whole process of the project. It's side by side of good engineering practice and then the project life cycle, where we can see that professional and competent project management cover overall of the project from the initial of project for the proposal development stage, the planning stage, execution stage, and then project completion stage. Where for the professional competent in engineering and design required for the planning to define the work definition, scope of facility, to execute the alignment, to establish the contract of the project, schedule for the cost, to evaluate risk management and project execution plan. So for documentation is required from the starter of project till the end of project, till the closure of the project, because documentation is important. If let's say after the project we got any dispute, so we refer back to the documentation. Okay, for this project, Nong Chik Height project is using the new design in Malaysia, is honeycomb design. So we extract the cost of delay from the project itself, has been the categorized what we call the additional work, late processing outside, changing in the architect drawing, problem in structure drawing, clash of work with the infrastructure, bad weather, land issue, not enough worker, and problem with material. Where we can see here is most of this issue related to the project management competency. So conclude that by compare the cost of delay, good engineering practice, the project life cycle, to 3 points, which this project should not fully employ the good engineering practice that require the competent project management, where it's need to identify and managing the stakeholder, the contractor, the manpower, the team member selection. So the second point is a lack competent engineering, design and personnel. That cause the additional work when the mistake in drafting. They got an inexperienced engineer not properly conduct the site visit, where this is kind of important for the construction project, where we need to evaluate all the incoming hurdle or hiccup when based on the the real situation at the site before we execute any project. And then documentation is not fully appropriate for this ongoing operation, where we can see and the cause of delay that they got a material approval issue where there is no documentation about the material. So for documentation in the project is kindly also important, because during the execution phase we need to get a daily progress report, which we can see if our project is on stage or out the planning stage. If out the planning stage, then we need to remedy or to plan the best action for the correction to make sure that project go back to the end track.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Amirah binti Jelani. I want to present about organization and strategy planning delay problem at Nong Chik Height project at Taman Nong Chik, Johor, Baharu. Introduction: organization is a control network of people governed by position and responsibility. Organization can sometimes gain tremendous benefit from creating a fully decentralized project organization or subsidiaries. Informal organization is a network of personal and social relations which around spontaneously as people associate with one another. Step for project organization, process, skill and tools. For details, skill, experience, scala in order to minimize the risk within vendor and the same manner increase the possibility of its success. Process several technical including cost management, time management, risk management to control and monitor cost, time, scope, and quality of project. Tool. Such financial software, planning software, review, and audit form that are used by manager in order to increase project success probability. Strategy planning. Strategy planning is organization process of defining its strategy or direction and making decision and allocating its resource to pursue this strategy. The science of accumulating, implementing, and evaluating cost financial that enable an organization to achieve its objective. Strategy planning. Project planning, time planning, project schedule. For detailed initial planning, process, financial, incorporate international scope, illustration, and budget from provider selection from point of view. Pre-construction planning. After the project budget and scope clarification, the project move into the detailed planning phase. This pre-construction period may include the design phase, the planning phase, and the work phase. Construction exploration planning may happen amid the execution stage, which compress and all SSR phase activation and completion for construction planning. Conclusion: the purpose of construction project planning and management is to organize, plan, organize, monitor, and control the best possible use of project goals determined by the demand of project partners. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Fatin Shahira binti Amirah. So today I would like to present about case study delay project at Nong Chik Height project at Taman Nong Chik, Johor Bahru. So my part is refocused in the problem, innovation, and technology and how to solve it. So as you know, Nong Chik project was chosen due to the first project using honeycomb. So it's a very unique project. So this project is to identify what cause of delay in construction delay and what the method to solve the problem in innovation and technology. So there are 5 parts to method that can use to solve the problem innovation and technology. First, design propose before make a decision to involve in tendering process. It means the contractor need to make site visit at first and understand design plan to ensure the site condition with necessary budget, so can protect any side effect financial due diligence project. Second, need to planning for the material and method to be used in this project. So must know what the suitable material used in a specification, and also detail the information of the project. So this is can avoid from any problem occur with no structural drawing and miscommunication between contractor supplier that could affect the scheduled work progress. And third, can identify the qualification needed to construct the project. This is because they have a know. This is a know what the architect and a contractor, what the qualification or the history works previous, so that can avoid from unsatisfactory results at the end of work and no quality of project that have many problem occurs without prior research skills with a right specification. And fourth, need to identify the challenge or obstacles that may involve during the pre-construction period. This is from the start, from the early stage of the site condition and a design plan of project. This is can avoid such as a design problem and difficult delivery material to the contractor needed in the site because it has identified at early stage, so it can avoid any problem occur at the next stage. And the last one, that management should study based on other similar success projects as for their own reference. This is because before the beginning project, so the management need to revise the old project, so can have a reference based on the how they manage, how the budget proposed, and what the solving skill in the planning and schedule progress work. So this all for my presentation today. So thank you.